Hey guys, in this video I'll be talking about one of the biggest, most insane dungeon power leveling tactics of classic WoW. I learned this pole from a video made by V the Victim. He's an awesome guy. I'll link his video in the description. His video title mentioned that you can actually make 60 plus gold an hour from this tactic, but you can actually triple or even quadruple that amount if you're good enough, and here's how. This run will give players a lot of experience if they're ranging between level 45 and 52. Let's assume you charge 8 gold a run and there are 4 players in your group. That will account to 32 gold per run with just raw gold. And doing this at a safe pace of 4 runs per hour, you can do 5, but let's just assume you're doing 4. You're easily pulling off 128 gold an hour, and this is excluding any loot. I have mages in my server who are charging 10 gold a run and doing 5 runs an hour, and they're making like 250 gold per hour. That's insane. When I do this, I set the loot to free for all, and I only reserve the blue and epic items. There is a mob in the dungeon called the Deep Bohrer. This mob's loot table is insane. It drops items like Flurry Axe, Kang the Decapitator, and even Edge Master's Handguard, among many other useless epics, so I hope you get lucky. I even got a Flurry Axe the other day, which I'm now gonna sell for 10,000 gold. This is the macro I use to advertise my service. You can pause the video if you want to write that down, and these are the talents I use for this run. Here are some requirements for this dungeon if you're going in there as a beginner, and trust me, this will help you out a lot. Bring a nature protection potion, because there is a mob called the Poison Sprite which will be casting poison bolts on you, and you will be resisting like 85% of these bolts, but the 15% that you absorb are enough to break your ice barrier, so the nature protection potion will keep your blizzard from getting interrupted even if your ice barrier is down. And you also want to bring limited invulnerability potions because ice blocks are not gonna work. Also bring some heavy rune cloth bandages to recover some lost HP mid-pull. And those who are wondering what add-on I used for my UI, here you go. To start this run, first you'll need this scepter. There are several guides on YouTube that show you how to get this. Once you're at this spot, pull this back and this back. Blink here. Frost Nova this back. Turn around and wand this back. Arcane Explosion. Then Fire Blast this pack. And Counterspell this pack. Slow them and keep running. At this point you already have like 30 mobs on you. When I'm fast forwarding, I'm either running or blinking or just reapplying my shields. Nothing to talk about here. This is where you want to reapply your shields. Wand this mob and freeze them together when it comes close. Pull these 2 lurkers as well. Cone of Cone and pull that one. Fire Blast this one. And Frost Nova these slimes as well. Fire Blast this guy. Arcane Explosion, then blink. Jump and Arcane Explosion here to pull the slimes, then freeze the satyrs. Pull this green lurker over here. Counterspell the satyrs over there, blink. You should also Fire Blast this pack over here, but I forgot to do that in this clip. Get this lurker. Feel free to improvise with your blinks and shields. Cone of Cone or Frost Nova over here. I pulled this tree now, but you can do it later in the round. Rank 1 Frostbolt all 3 packs in this room. Fire Blast this tree. Counterspell this one. And Frost Nova here. And after this, make sure you don't pull anything. Now I'm saying Fire Blast this, Counterspell that, but you can pull them however you like. Rank 1 Blizzard at this tiny edge point here. And make sure you always pull this tree at this part of the pull. The lurkers can also stun like it just did me here. Get this pack, the other pack will pull on its own. Rank 1 Blizz again exactly at that point. Pull every single tree in this room. And Frost Nova this pack. Fire Blast this pack. At this point you really should be just pulling every single mob in your way. And gear for this dungeon doesn't really matter. As long as you have above 2000 HP and 5000 mana, you should be fine. Freeze this pack. Blizzard exactly at this point. And get ready to counterspell this pack. Blizzard again in between both stairs. Ice Nova over here. Now I didn't blink here on purpose to show you how lips can literally just save your life. Now at this part of the pull, change to Mage armor because no mob should ever be coming close to you now. Blizzard them in the stairs to get them nice and tightly packed. Make sure you have all your shields, Mage armor, and dampen magic on. After you come here, blizzard them right at this spot to get them slowed and tightly packed again. Now instead of rank 1, we'll be going max rank blizzard. Now I'll compare that with the perfect pull and show you how fast this would have been. Now, this is gonna happen a lot, and if this does happen, I'm gonna show you how to reset. Freeze them. And follow this path I'm taking. Now here I noticed that I got a 45 nature resist debuff, so I'm just gonna use my ice block to get rid of that. Again, remember, only max ranks blizzard now. Now if you run to this pillar, they will have to run all the way around and attack you from the bottom. So this gives you a good time to heal up. So you can technically keep resetting and doing this forever without dying. Once you perfect the reset process, you should never die in Mara again. Now here you'll see me messing up a bit because of this one guy here. Then I try to readjust, but I fail miserably and I end up resetting all over again. I don't know why I used rank 1 Blizzard here even though I had max mana, but stuff happens. Now jumping on and off this pillar might be tricky at first, but if you practice for like 5 minutes, you should get the hang of it. I would definitely say this run is harder than Scarlet Monastery or Zul'Farrak boosting. And that's it. This is one full run. I think it took me 13 minutes. Looks scary, I know. But once you get the hang of it, it should take you 12 minutes, and that's including resetting and running back. So do subscribe if you want, and check out my other videos. I only have 2 other. I also stream this one on my Twitch whenever I'm boosting people, so do follow me there. Link in the description. My next video is gonna be about how I made 3000 gold in a week. And no, not all of it is from boosting, so stay tuned.